Hello and welcome back to another Tiki Tuesday. So good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week. Wow, looks like we've got quite a few people watching, so thank you if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or directly here on Twitch. If you want to chat with me, jump on Twitch, streaming under Octopolis there, and you can chat with me in real time. Otherwise, I will keep an eye on Facebook and try to answer you guys as I can. But welcome to another Tiki Tuesday. Looks like we've got Whitney joined in already. Says time for drinks. Yeah, definitely time for drinks. We could all use some too, I'm sure. Tomcat says hello. Good to see you too. Speaking of drinks, man, tonight's drink, it's in here somewhere. It's the zombie. Doing the zombie tonight. So let me get that up close where you can see the recipe. How's that? Not horrible. Yeah. So we got some golden rum, dark rum, pineapple juice, grapefruit juice, lime juice, grenadine. I don't do the passion fruit, but if it's your thing, go ahead. And some more rum. So, 3 kinds of rum. You can't go wrong with that. I am also sad to say that this will be the final episode with our trusty plastic cocktail shaker. This one's been on road trips and vacations and the beach, and it's finally cracked and leaking, so we have to switch back to stainless steel. Oh yeah, the bottom of this thing's just totally gonna explode. So maybe we'll give it a very gentle shake tonight. A very gentle shake. Hopefully get things mixed up enough, as it were. But it's not long for this world. And then we'll go into our little tiki cup tonight. There we go. A zombie. How good does that look? Oh, yeah. It's going to be a winner, I can tell. So, cheers to all of you. Hope you're ready for a great Tiki Tuesday. Here we go. Oh, that's nice. That is good. Well, tonight's Tiki Tuesday artwork is going to be Hula Batgirl. Thought that might be a fun one to do. Quinch had sort of mentioned doing like a tiki-fied version of Batgirl a while back, and I thought about it and I said, it'd be fun if she was like a hula doll. So that may be a good one for us to do this week. But let me know what you're drinking tonight, what kind of frosty cold beverage you're enjoying. I want to hear from you and everything that you're up to. That's what I want to know. I want to know what you're doing. And I want to say thank you to everybody for all the birthday wishes yesterday. I did have a great birthday. And so really appreciate everyone who took the time to wish me a happy birthday. Let me tell you, it was better than last year when we were all still in lockdown, right? So obviously, we're all being really careful still, but at least we, don't have to worry about the entire world being closed. We've got more people getting vaccinated and all kinds of, hopefully, more good news than bad news right now. That's the hope, at least. But it was a great birthday, and again, thanks to everybody who took the time to wish me a happy birthday. I really appreciate it. So let me know what you guys are drinking tonight. Let me know what kind of tasty beverage you're enjoying. Tomcat says, we feel bad because we forgot. Happy belated birthday. Hey, no problem. Thank you. Catherine says, peanut butter graham cracker potter. Is that a potter or a porter? Either way, it sounds good. Hey. Oh, thanks, Whitney, for the happy birthday. Quinch Press just resubscribed. That's 11 months. Wow, good for you, Quinch Press. Good for you. And Catherine says, happy birthday and cheer to 100 bits. Woo! Thank you so much. Whitney says, drinking a nameless Colorado IPA. It would be funny if the brand was nameless. Thanks for the subscription, Quinch. Nice to see you at 11 months. You're only 1 month away from that final hat upgrade. Quench redeemed to hydrate. Cheers to you, Quench. Thank you so much. Tomcat says, no drink yet, waiting for pizza delivery first. Typical, lol. That's funny. Well, like I said, this one's for Quench. This is a Hula version of Batgirl. Should be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna end up throwing some color down on this one too, so should be a good time. I just thought it was a fun idea. You know, they've done like a Hula Harley Quinn, so I thought, well, we need a Hula Batgirl. That'd be fun. Hey, Bex, good to see you. Feel like it's been a minute, so thanks for jumping on. And again, thanks to everybody for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. It was a really good birthday this year. Definitely feeling a little more positive about things than we were a year ago, you know, so it's good times. Oh, wow. Tomcat shared 52 bits. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I've been working really hard on the Smithsonian project. And that's coming along, so we'll see. I've now done 7 of the 8 like 3 to 4 hour sessions on Zoom, and I've completed concept designs for 5 of those 7. So now on those, it's just waiting to hear back from Smithsonian on what they want to move forward on and what they like and what they don't like and all that kind of stuff. So I still have some concepts to make and one more meeting, Zoom meeting to attend, but hopefully the artwork part will start moving forward. Whitney says 1 bit per year for the 52 bits. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. If you guys think I'm 52, then I'll just start saying I'm 62. 1 bit per year, please. I don't know if I should be insulted by that or not, but it's really funny. That reminds me, I saw a thing on YouTube today about a 33-year-old YouTube guy, and he goes to like live for a day or a week or something at like a retirement community to see how the old people live. It was kind of funny. Tomcat says, no, that's not what I was going for. It was just a random result of me copying and pasting some bits. I mean, if we want to turn the 52 into 104, I won't complain. I'll be like, yeah, I'm 104 years old. 104, that's me. Mr. 104. That's all right. With most of the music I listen to, I probably should be 52 or 104 years old. Whitney cheered 29 bits. That's funny too. That's a joke around here. We had a running joke of like her, it'd be like, it's Christy's 4th annual 29th birthday party. Come on and join us. Oh my gosh, guys, the hype train is so close. Just one more person needs to make a subscription, a gift, or use bits. In the next 10 seconds, just one more person needs to cheer to start the hype train countdown. 4, 3, no one? No one's going to do it? We're going to miss the hype train? Aww. We were so close. So close to starting the hype train. Tomcat cheered 1 bit. Well, you're too slow. The countdown ended on mine. I think it ended. It ended where I can see. Tomcat says, now you're at 29 plus 52, 100 years old now. Woohoo! All right. Well, thanks for the 1 bit cheer, Tomcat. We'll see if we get another shot a hype train. I thought we were going to start one up last week, but it's probably because we don't have Evan or Monique or one or two other people here. Where's Cartoon Rick? Where's Keegan-san? Quinch says, it said the same thing before I gifted a sub to Bex. It totally lied. Oh, there you go. Does it just give me a different thing on my screen to like try to psych me out? Tomcat says my TV lags behind. Yeah, right. There's like a delay. Yeah, I don't know what like the real buffering delay is on Twitch. Beck says, thanks for the gift sub. Speaking of that, have we heard anything else about the possibility of Discord being purchased? That rumor was going around a few weeks ago, and then I haven't heard anything about that since. So I don't know if it's still happening or if it was just a rumor or if one of the parties involved got cold feet. I don't know. Beck says, I've not heard anything since either. Yeah, me either. It's really strange. You know, normally when you hear something like that in the news, they like don't let up on it. They're just like, you know, it's kind of like they bang the drum and then people finally figure out what Discord is, and the next thing you know, like your grandma's talking about Discord or something, and you're like, oh, that means it's over. Beck says, I still appreciate it, Quinch. Well, speaking of Quinch, I guess I can let the cat out of the bag. This Saturday, we are going to do a special Tiki Tuesday weekend edition live Saturday. We're going to aim to start about 6:30 p.m. Arizona time, so just about a half hour earlier than these normal Tiki Tuesday streams. So if it's late where you are, that should give you a little bit of extra time. But we are going to have a very special night on Saturday night. Quinch is going to be sharing some cocktails with us and some special bottles and some recipes and showing us some tips and tricks for mixing cocktails. And it's just going to be a big, fun cocktail party night. So, you know, make a reminder on your calendar, whatever you need to do. But do not miss our very special Tiki Tuesday weekend edition on Saturday at 6:30 because we want to see you here and, you know, maybe stock up on some things so you can make cocktails with us. It'll be a lot of fun. Quinch is going to be the star. I'm going to be like the hype man or something. There's not going to be anything distracting from what he's doing. He's going to mix it up. I'm going to do some tasting. I'll give you guys my thoughts on his creations. Should be a lot of fun, so you don't want to miss it. Whitney says, of course, Saturday is the one day I actually have plans. Well, it was the only time that we could do this, and we're going to do it live on Saturday, and we're going to do it safely from the backyard with social distancing in full effect. Catherine just subscribed with Tier 1. That's a 6-month streak. Way to go, Catherine. Thank you so much. And Whitney redeemed to hydrate. Cheers to you. Thank you. Tomcat's like, you'll be the MC? Yes, I'll be the master of ceremonies. That'll be my job on Saturday. And the master of cocktails, right? I'll be the master of consuming cocktails. That'll be me. But Quinch will be our guest mixologist, and I'm sure he'll be talking to us about not just some of the bottles and recipes and stuff, but, you know, some of the bartenders that he's met and tiki bars he's been to. I mean, you know, he's traveled all over and visited way more than I have, so should be a really fun time. And if nothing else, you'll just get to see Quinch in the flesh. Monique redeemed a posture check. Good to see you, Monique. Thanks for being here. We almost had a hype train, Monique. I think if you had been here, we could have kicked it off. We're so close. But I appreciate you joining us. Should be a fun night with our Hula Batgirl. She's got her surfboard back here, a little sunset action. Should be fun. Quench Press says, I'm drinking the Distiller's Drawer New England Lot Number 1 from Privateer Rum, and it's amazing! We all need more amazing rums in our life, right? That's what we all need. More amazing rums. I had an interesting cocktail last night on my birthday, and I should probably pull up the exact recipe. So maybe give me a second, I'll do that. Yeah, good to see you, Monique. Let's see this recipe here, if I can get to it. So I had 2 last night for my birthday. So the first one I had I thought was really interesting, and it was called the Frontier Psychiatrist. And that had Elijah Craig bourbon, apple brandy, Averna, cinnamon, and vanilla. And it was fantastic. I was afraid it was going to be too apple or too sweet. It wasn't. It was just so perfect. It was really, really good. And that one was called the Frontier Psychiatrist. And then the second one I had, this was the recommendation from the server, was called To the Window, To the Wall. And it's Buffalo Trace bourbon, Benedictine, and walnut. And it actually had a mixture of like crushed walnut and sugar like on the rim. Very, very good. I would say more of a sipping, maybe pre-dinner, post-dinner, because it was very good, but it's a very strong flavor, and it was not one really with the meal, I don't think. But regardless, they were both good. But that Frontier Psychiatrist, the bourbon with the apple brandy mixture, that was a winner. Like really nice. I could add that to my like everyday, cocktail hour. And be like just super happy with it. So definitely something to try out. Catherine, redeemed to hydrate. Cheers to you. And she says they both sound good. Yeah, they were amazing. I would say the walnut one is like a really nice like signature cocktail that you could make if you want like to wow your bourbon friends, because it was so unusual, but still it wasn't funky or anything. It was really enjoyable. But I wouldn't, maybe you could serve it with a snack or something, but I wouldn't serve it with food. But the one with the apple brandy was delightful, and I think you could have it with just about anything. Pre-dinner, with dinner, post-dinner, it just really worked, and it had nice flavors, but it wasn't too crazy. Beck says, where did we go? We went to a place called Flint. I had never heard of it, but we had been in that area before. In the sort of the Biltmore area, and it's like all wood fired, and it's kind of like Lebanese Mediterranean fusion tapas kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. It was definitely like they have like signature hummuses and small plates, almost like a tapas, except for I thought instead of small plates, they should have called them like family sharing plates. Everything we got was huge, like way more food than we had thought we were going to get. But definitely like the wood fired thing was their big thing, but it was all just delightful. I had like a Spanish steak kind of thing that was all wood fire grilled. And Christy had some like cavatelli. And then, like I said, they have 3 signature hummuses, and one of them has short rib in it. So we decided to try that, and it was amazing. It was outstanding. So, and we felt safe to go because we're vaccinated, and they are still doing mask and social distancing and everything there. So, plus it was a Monday night. It's pretty empty. But it was really good, really good. If you're in the Phoenix area and you want to try something different, And I would say it falls into sort of like the casual upscale category. Like, it was nice, but it wasn't fancy. Like, there's going to be people that are there for happy hour after office in like their shirt and tie, and then there's going to be people that are walking in from the resorts in like their swimwear. So it wasn't any big deal. But it was really good, and I would go back in a heartbeat, and I would recommend it to anyone, really. If you like tapas, if you like Mediterranean food. But I hate to say like Mediterranean or Middle Eastern, because they did have a mix of things. They also had like pizzas and burgers and stuff. So, but very nice. Quinch Press says, Frontier Psychiatrist is a super fun song by the Avalanches. Oh, I have to check that out. Beck's like, ooh, I like the Biltmore. That sounds good. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. And, Biltmore is just a weird enough part of town that I don't make it over there as often as I probably should, because there's so many neat things there. And I have a friend that works over in that area. And before the pandemic, I would make excuses to, make sure I could go see him, and we'd go to a happy hour or something. But because of the pandemic, I haven't seen him in over a year now. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Hopefully we'll all be vaccinated soon. Bex, ready to hydrate. Cheers to you, Bex. Quinch says, I'm looking at the menu. Did you try the wood-grilled Spanish octopus? It seems like an appropriate Octo birthday dish. It's something that we had considered, but luckily the server warned us that even though they call it small plates, the servings are a little generous, so we skipped that one. But it was definitely on our wish list. But we knew we had to try the short rib hummus because everyone had just like raved about it. So that was kind of our go-to one last night. Beck says it's in a really weird area, like resort next to empty lots. Yeah, I mean, that whole Biltmore part of town. You've got the nice shopping center there, and then across the street where the movie theater is, where this restaurant is a nice shopping center. But all those shopping centers and malls and movie theaters and stuff are, I think, just hanging on by a thread. So it is really strange to have what was one of the sort of like nicer parts of town have like some empty buildings and stuff now. It's kind of crazy. Quinch says, I'm now half vaccinated. The second dose for me is on the 19th. Congratulations, Quinch. Good for you. And that's you and your son. Is that right? That you both are getting it? I hope so. And some of my friends in other states who had been complaining are saying things are starting to change in those states now too. So hopefully that's a good sign. Monique says, hey, Quinch, that sounds more like cannibalism. Whitney says, we get our first dose on the 21st. Oh, good. You've got your appointment already. Congratulations. Monique says, Octo having an Octo would have been cannibalism. I like that. That's really funny. And Quinch says that one son's got the first shot and the other one has not. Well, there you go. Hopefully they'll both be able to get it eventually. That'll be the hope, right? Yeah, speaking of the Octo having an Octo, have you guys seen Kong versus Godzilla yet? Has everybody watched that one yet? Honest Movie Trailers did a really funny one today about that series of movies and how loosely connected they all are. Quinch says, I did. Beck says, nope. Beck says, I'm super happy to hear everyone's getting vaccinated, though. Monique says, yes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have seen it. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers out, but, based on the title, you can guess that Godzilla and King Kong fight. Catherine says, I want to. I don't know if it was my favorite in the series. Whitney says no real interest. But I mean, it's some mindless fun, you know? I mean, if you want to see two monsters fight each other, you're going to get that. So everything the humans do is kind of not necessary. I'd say that, like, Millie Bobby Brown is probably too good for the film. Like, her delivery and stuff is... It's like she's in a different movie from everyone else because she's, like, acting like there are stakes and motivations and emotions and, like, a plot. And the other character's like, yeah, we're just here waiting for the next CG monster to fight to happen. Monique says the tagline is deceiving. Yeah. Well, I'll be the first to say it. There might be more than just Godzilla and King Kong in the movie. And I'll leave it at that. You can determine what that means. But I think that's one of those movie franchises that people try to take too seriously and analyze and stuff. And I'm like, these new ones are not any better or any worse than the original source material. So they're just kind of dumb monster movies. And if you can, you know, it's almost like professional wrestling in a way. Like, you could just root for one of the monsters and have a good time with that. You'll probably enjoy it. If you're trying to, like, break it apart as, like, cinema, you'll probably hate it. Monique says, I watched it for Millie Bobby and Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah, for sure. And I know Monique saw the Honest Trailers thing I shared today, too. I thought that was pretty funny. They did a good job with that one. Quinchper says, I just checked for appointments and I got my son a one and done Johnson & Johnson shot tomorrow afternoon. Wow, that's really fast. Well done. Monique says, but I cried. I don't know, Monique. Are tears allowed in monster movies? But yeah, there was some interesting stuff in there. I think, like, visually, it was really, I mean, you can definitely tell that, like, Peter Jackson and Weta are involved because, like, the visuals are just outstanding. But you know, it's one of those, like, you either like those kind of movies or you don't. Beck says, have you seen Pacific Rim? Yes. And that's part of what Honest Trailers was talking about. They're like, you know, the same company, they've got the rights to Kong, they've got the rights to Godzilla, they've got the rights to Pacific Rim. It's like, when are they going to cross all three? You know, when are they going to cross the streams on all three of these things? And that, who knows, maybe that's like the next thing. And Beck says, I cry every time. Monique says, only if you're empathetic to a fault and don't want to see anyone get hurt. Yeah, no. That's true. I mean, gosh, talk about carnage. I mean, not the monsters, but entire cities of people. Just like in the old Godzilla film. It's just like... I mean, has anyone done like an estimated body count on Godzilla versus Kong? It's got to be way up there. Just the way they're like crushing through buildings and tearing through buildings is like, oh yeah. There's some casualties. I will, again, I don't want to give away spoilers, but I did find it interesting that they set up like Godzilla as sort of like the bad guy at first, and they still only like half deal with that. They just kind of get to the point where they need for the plot to change that, and then they're like, okay, it's changed for reasons. And you're just like, okay. Suspension of disbelief here. Catherine redeemed to hydrate. All right, there might be one left in here before I have to re-pour. I have to be really careful. We have to like salute the plastic shaker. This is its last appearance, final appearance. It's cracked beyond repair. And we might get a little extra out of that one. Since we're at the halfway point, now's a good time to remind everybody we're giving away the Cobra Kai sketch. All you have to do is be a subscriber on Twitch or join us on Patreon, and you're automatically entered to win. That's right, just one of those two things. That's all you have to do. So just got another week or two before we announce the winner of this one. But this one was commissioned by Evan, and he donated it back so we could give it away. So thank you, Evan and E2 Color Creations, for that. If you want to be entered to win, just make sure that you are either a subscriber on Twitch and or join us on Patreon. Thank you so much. Can't wait to find out who wins that one. It's going to be fun. It'll be fun to find out. Try to give it away a couple different times, and then of course Patreon says no, our rules say you got to do this, and then Facebook says no, our rules, and it's just like, okay, we got to figure this out. Speaking of figuring it out, I got to get a little water for my paints, and then we'll start to add color. So hang out for just like 1 minute, and I'll be right back. Those of you that are subscribers and are not seeing commercials, we get about 20 seconds left. Catherine says, I'll save it until we get back. We have about 10 seconds, Catherine. That's hilarious. And we're back. Catherine says, maybe we need a sketch drawing of the lost plastic cocktail shaker. Yeah, that it's served us so well. It may deserve a final send-off. I mean, a year's worth of streams. I was thinking just today I need to go back and check when our first Tiki Tuesday stream was, because I started the live drawing stream in March, but I don't know how long it was before we started the Tiki Tuesday thing. Was it after Twitch put me up to like subscriber status and stuff? I'm not sure. It's one to look into. One to figure out. Monique says, I saw a comment that said it was Kong's story and Zilla had little to no emotion, while Kong shows feeling, emotion, and human connection. I can't dispute that. I feel like Zilla is old, cranky, and just wants people to get the frick off his lawn and leave him alone. That may be fairly accurate of how it was depicted. Whitney says, speaking of commissions, I saw I got a tracking number today. Fingers crossed it's faster than our last shipment. It hasn't moved in 24 days. Yikes. Whitney, have you already lodged a lost mail or anything with the USPS? If not, do so or contact me offline or something. But I know that if we want to make a claim on that package, we have to do so within like 30 days of its shipping, or it's too late. So yeah, that sucks. I had to replace someone else's art that luckily it wasn't like a AP or anything that I couldn't replace, but it would have been, they were on like day 36 or 38 and it still hadn't arrived. It's totally ridiculous, like just completely ludicrous. And so, I still lost a ton of money on it, but at least it wasn't an AP. It was something I could actually replace for them, because otherwise I'd have just been like losing my mind. Tomcat says, my TV is not logged in, but still don't see a commercial there either. Oh, well, interesting. I don't know how Twitch makes its decisions about who sees ads and who doesn't. Sometimes when we raid, like as the raiding channel, I'm not supposed to have to sit through a commercial because we need to get in there and do the raid. And sometimes it'll still show me the commercial, and you guys will be in there chatting, and I'm just like, I'm just waiting to get in. Like, I'm watching a commercial right now, waiting to get in. So yeah, I don't know what their like rhyme or reason is on that stuff. It doesn't always make sense to me. Na 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 na, Batgirl. Tomcat redeemed hydrate. Cheers to you. Whitney says, yeah, the post office contacted me and pretty much said deal with it. There are lots of trucks backed up and closed my lost mail claim. Gosh, that's ridiculous. And the sad thing is it's first of all, the post office used to kick ass. Like before DeJoy got in there, I never had, I would have like one problem a year. And if I did have a problem, I'd file a claim, and they would like immediately take care of it. But still, if we want to file like an actual claim on the package, like on the insurance part, we need to do that. So think about that. But yeah, now it's just ridiculous. And then I had someone say, well, gosh, Brian, if you know it's a problem, why don't you use another shipping service? Well, I can tell you that UPS and DHL aren't any better, because when I use them 9 out of 10 times or 8 out of 10 times, they just subcontract it back to USPS anyway. So it doesn't really solve the problem. Or I have to ship it FedEx and charge people more for the shipping than they pay for the art. And obviously, very, very, very few people are interested in doing that. And now I'm having to put extra insurance on packages just to try to hedge my bets on some of this stuff. So it's definitely been a little crazy. It's definitely impacted the number of people buying artwork. I've seen a big downturn just because of the postal situation, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate and annoying. That's what it is. Hopefully it'll get better. I know it's a sore spot for a lot of people, this whole mail situation, but all the people who say we should do away with the post office, this and that and the other, they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea how many businesses rely on that. Not every business can afford to be Amazon and have their own fleet of vehicles, And don't tell me, like, the minute the post office would go out of business, that's when Amazon would be like, we could deliver your packages. We've already got trucks. It'd just cost a little bit more than you were paying before. And that's when they put UPS out of business too. Catherine says, I totally talked about your channel in my first stream ever last night. I invited people to Tiki Tuesday. That was so nice. Thank you so much. Tell us about your stream and put a link to your channel if you want to in there. Whitney says, package was in Denver and then Colorado Springs, and that's where it's been since 3/13. I filed a claim on my dark ink shipment and it magically appeared. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Normally, you file a claim or you do a missing mail search or something, and then like magically it appears. This one in New York, like I said, I replaced it. The original shipment hadn't moved in over 30 days. The replacement one made it there in like 4 days. You know, I think I got a thing on day 3 saying like, oh no, your package is going to arrive late. And I'm like, here we go again. And then like the very next day it was there. So, you know, they can do it when they choose to. Quinchpress says, my second drink is 1.5 ounce of Privateer Navy Yard rum, 1 ounce plantation pineapple, 1/2 ounce of Ferretti biscotti liquor, 1/2 ounce of root cinnamon clove liquor. That sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty good. That sounds kind of tasty. It's a nice beach day here for Batgirl. She's doing her hula dance. She's either just finished surfing or maybe getting ready to go surfing again. I'm not sure which. But she's having a good time. When he says it does suck, it's not your fault, and that shipment has a ton of prints and a TIKI drawing. Yeah. Yeah, that one's probably not extra insured, which is unfortunate, but once I started having real problems, which has been recently, within the last month, I've been putting extra insurance on things because, you know, the default $50 insurance just doesn't cut it when some of these packages have, you know, $200, $300, $400 worth of artwork and stuff in them. Or especially if it's something like a mystery tube where it's special, so the price doesn't really convey the value of the package. But then they're like, well, we'll only give you what the, you know, what the customer retail paid for it. And you're like, but no, it's like they were getting a special. Some of that stuff's non-replaceable. When he says, I think I'm going to file another lost mail claim. Maybe a road trip to the Springs is necessary. There you go. And of course, the silly thing is you don't even know if it's really there. That's been the biggest problem I've seen, is that people are saying, oh, well, the tracking shows this, and then, you know, the tracking shows it never left Arizona, and then like shows up on their doorstep. Like, oh, well, clearly the tracking is not even close to being correct. That's funny, I just got a "it's time to stand" thing on my watch, and I'm at a standing desk. I stand all day now. But it doesn't seem to know that. Catherine says, I stream adorable digital art. Amigurumi. I don't know that one. Amigurumi. You have to let me know what that one is. Can you put like Catherine, can you put a web link to your stream? So, you know, like I'm Twitch/Octopolis, wherever you put one to your stream. Quinch says, I ordered 4 bottles of alcohol from the UK and it arrived 65 hours later. I ordered Tuesday night and received it Friday afternoon. But yeah, we can't get stuff in the United States to people, you know, in like less... I'll pay for priority mail, like, 2 to 3 day shipments. And they're arriving, 30 to 60 days right now. It's totally ridiculous. It's totally crazy. They're more than happy to take your money. But then they just have nothing but excuses. All right, let's mix up some sort of fun green color for these trees. Beck says, crochet stuffed animals is what amigurumi is. Okay. Sorry if I'm butchering the way you say that too. Is it amigurumi for crocheted stuffed animals? That sounds awesome. Whitney says, eBay purchase we did was like that. It arrived before the tracking showed it shipped. Bex is like, I've been making them too. Well, that sounds cool. Monique says, I had a commission from someone in Chicago. I did the custom painting, and when it was ready to ship, I sent it on its way. The shipper typoed the address when it sent it to a vacant lot across the street from the customer. And because it was a vacant lot, they put it into a package locker, but no one knows where the slip with the pickup info went. Oh my goodness, that's insane. That is insane, Monique. Oh my gosh. I would have a heart attack or a panic attack or some sort of attack. There would be an attack. That's all I'm saying. Attacks would happen. Monique said it made its way back to my shipper. They reposted it, and it got back to Chicago 2 days before it was slated to be delivered. Jeez. So then Chicago sends it to New Jersey, and it was 2 days late getting to the destination. Yikes. So crazy. Beck says, you said it right that time. Okay, Catherine put a link to her Twitch stream in the chat, so everybody feel free to follow and check out Catherine. She's been a fantastic supporter of our channel, so give the love back, people. And we all want to see cute crochet animals, right? So be sure to check that out. And it says this channel has no videos. Have you not posted highlights from your first stream yet? We want to see highlights. Show us the highlights. Beck says, I love making them so much. Alright, just giving a little bit of love to some of this background stuff here before we finally get to na 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 Batgirl. Whitney says she's doing her second stream tomorrow night. She'll be crocheting. Last night she did a digital drawing of Scarlet Witch. Oh, that's awesome. Scarlet Witch. Can't go wrong with that. Digital drawing, are you doing like iPad or Photoshop, or what's your medium of choice for that kind of stuff? I've done some digital ones on Patreon, but I don't think I've done any on here. I think I've tried to focus on the more of the traditional stuff here, but I think we did that G.I. Joe one though, where I had to do digital color because the person wanted it digital color. So it was like a traditional drawing with digital colors. I think that's the only digital one I've done on this stream so far. Which is weird because like all my Patreon videos are digital for the most part. I gotta tell you guys, we've got a couple of new students on Patreon on the mentoring level, and it's been really fun. Like they're like perfect students so far. They have enough knowledge and skill to be fun, and they've got like a real thirst for being better and learning. You'd be surprised how many people, whether it's online courses or Patreon or whatever it is, they like, I feel like some people don't really want to learn. They want someone to sort of like pat them on the head and tell them everything they're already doing is good. And that's not me, not even close. So it's nice when you have students that are like really excited to learn and grow and try to, take major new steps with their artwork. And not that I know everything, but I know a lot about that subject of digital color and paint. I have a lot of experience there, so it seems to work out really well. Catherine says, I'm still learning. It shows up on the PC. Whitney says, and nothing. Quinch says, I'm on a PC and I don't see any videos and there's no follow option. That's all right. It was the first time. You still probably have to like set up panels and create highlights of past videos and all that stuff. I know it's so daunting to learn all that. And I don't know anything compared to some of these people who've been streaming for years. So it'll all come. Whitney says there should be a video from last night's stream. It was there when I looked on the iPad. Interesting. Yeah, weird. Well, we'll just have to wait until the next live one and see if we can see it. Monique says, oh, speaking of new students, Quinch Press Reading to Hydrate, cheers. Quinch Press says, not complaining, just saying there might be an issue to get fixed. Yeah, I hear you, man. And again, the learning curve can be steeper than you think, because depending on, if you're using Streamlabs or if you're using one of the other OBS and trying to figure out Twitch's interface and the difference between the creator dashboard and the video producer and the highlights and the this and that and the other. It's just, there's so much to take in that it can definitely be a little on the overwhelming side, to say the least. So I'm sure that they'll get it all sorted out. Well, that color will probably work. Okay, Whitney shared a different link. Yes, that link works much better for me, Whitney. So if you guys want to follow Catherine's channel, be sure to use the link that Whitney just posted. So you can follow, and there is a highlight from the most recent video of the digital drawing. So there you go. Awesome. So be sure to follow Catherine, one of our favorite people here on the stream. Monique says, I saw someone in the art group I'm in ask about coloring recommendations, but didn't mention what they were coloring. Asked what they were coloring, like comics or portraits, and another member asked what I recommended for coloring, so I referred them to Hi-Fi and Octopolis and your books. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Facebook has recently made the Hi-Fi Color for Comics Facebook group from private to public. I guess they're doing that to a lot of groups right now. So I guess the good news is that people who are interested can find the group more easily and join the group more easily. So a little bit more moderation headaches for some of us, but that's okay. But no, I really do appreciate that. I think the pandemic has definitely, I think anytime there's like a big major change to people's lives like that, it seems to encourage people to like want to learn new skills or hone their skills they have. And we've definitely seen a big uptick in interest in all that kind of stuff. And it's weird, some people just, they're not interested in Patreon and they might want to do the Kubert School, and other people completely see the value in the Patreon and are like hardcore about it. So it's been interesting to see how people, what they decide, that they're into. Whitney says she's using OBS for broadcasting. She has followers, so it should work. Yeah, I saw the followers on there too. There's a lot to figure out. It's a little overwhelming. I'll tell you what, Whitney. I started out with regular OBS, and then they made Streamlabs Mac compatible. Hands down, the Streamlabs OBS is like a gazillion times easier to use and has a lot more features to it. And especially if you do the like Prime add-on. It's for me, like, it was like once I made the switch, which was I think once we got where we could have like real subscribers and stuff, it was just night and day difference. And I think you guys probably noticed some of the changes in quality too. So the minute you guys have access to that, I mean, I guess you have access to Streamlabs no matter what, but definitely worth it. Quinch says, speaking of being a student, I got a new bass guitar teacher. Kind of weird, as I'm keeping my current teacher, but a huge fan of my new teacher and couldn't pass up the opportunity. You know what? I have a friend who's like that with paintings. He takes a lot of watercolor classes and stuff, and he had an instructor that he really liked, but then had a chance to get like a different instructor that he was a real fan of, and so it's that same kind of situation. Tomcat says, so 2 teachers now? One for the left hand and one for the right? That's pretty good. All right, let's try a little wet on wet paint for our sunset here, and we'll see if we can get a nice effect or not. Catherine redeemed to hydrate. Cheers to you, Catherine, and cheers to your new channel. Here's wishing you all the success in the world. Just layering on just a little bit more orange at the top here. We'll let that do its thing for a minute. Should get a pretty nice effect out of that though. I don't do the wet on wet too much on the streams because it could be kind of a pain, but it seemed like a good place to do it. Catherine slapped the sticker. Woo! The cheer sticker right on Batgirl's face. Monique says, if you need moderation help... Oh, sorry, let me get back to Quinch Presses. Quinch says, my new teacher will focus on songwriting, and the current teacher will continue to teach me how to play and learn how to play other people's songs. That's really cool, Quinch. That's really, really cool. I'm jealous. I always wanted to learn to play guitar, and with my art, I would... By the time I spent all day like coloring or painting and then would go do guitar lessons, I would just kill my hands. I couldn't quite do it. But I wish I could. Monique says, if you need moderation help, I might be able to assist on the down low. My company has me under a no competition clause, but what they don't know doesn't hurt. We had about 4 new moderators today, so I think we're going to be okay, but I'll tell you what, I will take you up on that if we need to. Tomcat says, well, that makes more sense than my idea. Quinch says, my new teacher is Joe Lawley of the legendary DC punk band Fugazi. That's awesome, Quinch Press. Congratulations. Quinch says, now I'm a follower of Catherine. Me too. I followed her too. Monique's like, Fugazi, no way. Tomcat says, I was hoping it was Geddy Lee and then you could introduce me. Speaking of all this music stuff, where is Let's Do This? Where is Let's Do This? Let's Do This has been missing now. We're going on 2 solid weeks without seeing Let's Do This here. I'm a little concerned, people. A little concerned. All right, let's take our blue and turn it to purple. Let's get some Batgirl purple going. Oh, that's got way too much green in it. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Sorry, guys. I thought I had the color palette on the screen the whole time. I mean, come on. When one of the most popular TikTokers is just somebody who you get to watch them mix paint together, you should at least be able to get to see me make red and blue makes purple. All right, a little bit of red. Let's make us some Batgirl purple. A little more red. Monique says, Geddy Lee is very nice to meet, has a quiet, kind of shy vibe, but very cool dude. Sometimes that's the best people. Like, confidence is nice, but sometimes too much cockiness can be like annoying, right? So when you get those people that are like chill, it's kind of cool. All right, let's see if we can turn this orange into like a skin tone, or if it's just too dirty, I don't know. I think we'll have to have fresh water before we do the skin. Quinch says, Geddy Lee would be awesome. Actually trying to think of who beyond Joe would I want as a dream bass guitar, and Geddy is definitely on that list. Tomcat's like, you met him? I'm jealous. Yeah, like Monique and Quinch, and I'm sure if Let's Do This was here, they all are like all about these guys. All right, so little bits of purple. Purple time. How's the stream on your guys' end? No hiccups or anything? I'm getting some little audio hiccups on my end, so just checking on you guys. My admin screen still says like stream excellent, but I know from past experience that doesn't mean anything. Beck says stream is great. Okay, good. Glad to hear that. Glad. Hopefully this lighting's working out. I know it washes out my face. It's not actually the lighting, it's the crappy webcam that's built into these iMacs. They were made before everybody was zooming all the time. Christy has the MacBook Pro, and gosh, the webcam in it looks so much better. I even tried like some software filters and stuff, and it didn't really make matters much better. So if I throw enough lighting on the artwork or whatever, it just makes me look totally washed out. Tomcat says, nice. I ended up not being able to go to that. I did see him from front row at Rush concerts about 8 or so times, but that doesn't really count as meeting. Well, you know how it is. There's meeting, and then there's like meeting. Tomcat says, Joe Bonamassa is great. Lord Sean caught some of his picks for me when we saw him live. Oh, that's cool. Just like snatch him right out of the air. It's like, I got this. Whitney says, I checked the lost mail link on USPS. The claim must be filed 60 days after the shipment, and the lost mail link errors out. Yay, post office. Okay, I think it used to be 30 days, so clearly they've made changes. Yeah, they're definitely not being very attentive. And the thing is, like, I feel sorry for the actual mail carriers. I know that it's all, you know, politically motivated mismanagement that's, you know, caused these problems, but it's still frustrating to those of us that are the shippers and receivers, right? So Tomcat says, sorry for turning this into a music chat. No, don't be sorry. This is why we're here, man. We're here to hang out and share ideas and chat. This is the kind of dream streams when everybody's participating. This is what I like. It's good practice for Saturday. Restart my music here. It's going all crazy. It's going crazy. When he says, I never knew who Joe Bonamassa was until I saw a bus ad of him, and now I see his name everywhere. And then Quint says, I think Peter Hook from New Order Joy Division would be my number one. Jim Glennie from my favorite band, James, and Geddy Lee were the other ones I came up with. You know, I was listening to First Wave on Sirius XM, and they were playing Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And not Relax, but their other single, I don't know why I can't think of it. Was it Two Sides Go to War? I can't think of the exact name of it right now. But they were playing that, and they said that Duran Duran used to play that song live all the time. Not necessarily because they liked the song or even were Frankie Goes to Hollywood fans, but that their bass player thought that bass lick was like one of the coolest ever and just wanted to play it as often as possible. Yeah, Two Tribes, that's what it is. But I thought that was kind of cool, right? It was like, you know, one bass player in another band is like, that thing that you did in your band is so good that whenever we play live, I want to play that too. That's kind of cool. Monique says, hey, Tomcat, photos with Geddy aren't allowed, but my friend snuck 2 shots for me. Both were similar, so here's one. Oh, that's cool, Monique. That's so cool. Nice. Well done. And Quench Press says, hopefully I'm half as entertaining as my cocktails are good. I know you're very entertaining, Quench. It won't be a problem. I just won't know what to do with myself on a stream where I'm not drawing. But that's all right. It'll be a good thing. You're going to branch out into new territory. Tonka says, jealous as I am, I may just Photoshop my face onto the back of your head. That's pretty good. I guess I'm going to have to just quit my music player completely because stuff's going crazy. Crazy. I think it might be the wireless speaker, not the music player. I think I just proved that hunch correct. Tomcat redeemed hydrate. Cheers to you, Tomcat. Catherine says, you need the cutouts like stadiums. There you go. Beck's like, those are so creepy. Well, I got the notice from San Diego Comic-Con today. And we already knew that their July show was going to be virtual, but they sent me the invitation for Christy and I to make a panel for them. So we'll probably do that again. So it'll be 2 years without a real San Diego Comic-Con. And I think they want us to come out to the November event, but I don't know that we're committed to that or going to commit to that. Well, the timing is a little off, but I know there's big demand because there's not really been events and stuff, but it may not work out for us, so we'll just have to see. Oh, and Whitney shared the Geddy Lee cardboard cutout at a Blue Jays game. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think Neil Peart was a big on like motorcycles, and I ride, so I had more of a connection with that than I did with the bass player. So that's cool to get inside of your guys' head and get those stories and stuff. I thought about doing Batgirl's grass skirt purple too, but then I thought, no, it'd be more fun if it's got some like browns and greens and stuff in it and has a little bit more of like a Hawaiian flair or something. Monique says, I will be in San Diego for 2 weeks starting April 20th. Oh, that is nice. And Tomcat says, nice. Quench says, I miss San Diego. Yeah, I think we all do. I mean, convention or no convention, it's just one of the great places to be at, so. Gonna make up some like red orange for Batgirl's hair. Maybe a little bit more yellow in there. Something like that should work. Whitney says, I was supposed to go there for work March 2020, so disappointing. Yeah, right? Whitney says, I used to live there, still not sure how I afforded to live there. Well, I kind of though, I don't know when you lived there, but when I first started going to Comic-Con, yeah, La Jolla was expensive and stuff, but like downtown San Diego was like ghost town and stuff. It wasn't a big deal yet, I wonder how the pandemic, what kind of like long-term or medium-term effects will be on like downtown city centers and stuff, as more people are wanting to move out to the suburbs now. I gotta tell you guys, I had so much fun doing the leaky tikis last week, the Disney ones. It was such a fun time. And I thought this was kind of a crazy idea to do like a hula girl, Batgirl. I thought that would be fun too. Beck says, I've got a call tonight. Great to chat with everyone. I missed you guys. Hey, Bex, if you had a chance, make sure and join us Saturday, 6:30 Arizona time. Monique says, hey, Tomcat, here's a link. Oh, to some like freaking autographs and stuff. That's awesome, Monique. Very nice. Well played, you. Quinchpress says, pre-COVID, I was going to San Diego 8 to 12 weekends out of the year. I have not been since January 20th, 2020, and it feels like forever. Bex says, see you guys Saturday. Quinch says, good seeing you, Bex. Everyone says goodbye to Bex. Tomcat says, oh man, Monique, I was thinking about buying that, but I haven't yet. Yeah, I was thinking that too about the traveling thing. Like, I'm normally at Epcot International Festival of the Arts. I'm normally at Disney D23, Star Wars Celebration, San Diego Comic-Con, like all this stuff. Plus traveling for Christie's, archaeology. And this year, not so much. For the last 12 months, not so much. It's been very, very strange. And I've talked to some editors recently who were let go during the pandemic, and some of them still haven't found replacement jobs. I mean, that's just insane to think about. You've worked for some company for, 20 years of your life, and you relocated for them and did different things for them, and the pandemic comes along and they're like, see ya. Quinch Press says, I might go to a concert on April 30th. Wow. Monique's like, this is one heavy book, let me tell you. I'm not kidding, it weighs a ton. Hey guys, we're going to take just another 60-second break so I can get some clean water so I can mix up her skin tone. So we'll be right back. we're back. We're back. Just down to... I put some skin color on Batgirl. See if we can make her look nice. Tomcat says, hey, Quinch Press, what's the concert on April 30th? Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm just going to mix up like a peachy orange here. We'll water that down a little bit. We can add some white to it if we need to, but we may not need to. We just need water. Just so we can get like a really light wash. A little bit more red. My palette was getting really full and dirty, so I got this little plate so we could keep this color really pure and clean. It's getting pretty close. Quinchpress says, has anyone seen the trailer for Picard Season 2? I'm bummed it's not until 2022, but excited for the big reveal of the long overdue return of my favorite Trek characters. Are they bringing back Will Wheaton? That's the question. I mean, maybe they already have, I don't know, but I'm still asking. Quinch says, Rufus Wainwright, they are, as the concert I'm seeing, they're seating 2 to 4 people a row, and every other row. I'll be 12 days fully vaccinated. Haven't bought a ticket yet, but strongly considering it. Whitney says, Wesley Crusher? Yes, exactly, Whitney. This is what I was saying. Wesley Crusher? Ooh, that's good. That's good. We'll go with this. This will work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Quinchpress says no, but there is a video with Will, Patrick, and the actor who is returning. Cool. Very cool. Well, I don't know who is or is not in the show currently, so it would be a mystery to me as well. Monique says, I got a copy of the book for our neighbor that plays bass and had Getty sign it to Ruben Panini, which is a character my neighbor made up one night after a gig while at a restaurant looking at a menu. He said the dish sounded like a porn name, and now it's his alter ego. So the book is made out to a fictional character, and my neighbor loved it. That's hilarious. That's a great story, Monique. Ruben Panini. I love it. Well, Monique, in the same vein, I always joke that creme anglaise would be my French adult star name. Yeah, Ruben Panini and creme anglaise. So this is like the Batgirl beach party going on here. She like surfs by day and fights crime by night. And she does the Batusi on the beach. Monique's like, you crazy creatives. I know it's always the like double entendres and stuff. Quinchpress says, it's not I who am crazy. It is I who am mad. Sorry, Quinch, I tripped over that one. Kind of ruined the delivery there. Well, this has been a good bit of fun tonight. We got our hula dancing Batgirl with their surfboard. Just a nice, fun Tiki Tuesday. Oh, Catherine says, this is looking good. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thanks. I know it's weird we do like this super detailed gym and then like this like more loose cartoony stuff, but I need that. I need to go back and forth and keep everything fluid. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Quinch says you didn't do it in the Ernest Tippy voice. Oh, is that how sweet? I forgot about that. It's like, how does he say? He's like, oh, Stampy, you idiot. It is not I who am crazy. It is I who am mad. It's close. We'll call that like 6/10. I think I can only get his voice when I'm like, Stampy, you idiot. Tonka says, did you tell Getty that it was a fictional name and the story? He might have liked it considering they had nicknames for each other as well in Rush. Yeah, that could have been cool. That could have been really cool. You never know when you're doing like autograph signings and stuff, like what people are, you know, depending on how busy things are, right? Like, are they just like tolerating your presence? Or are they like genuine and having a conversation? I've definitely been in both of those situations when meeting celebrities and people and stuff, you know, where they're overwhelmed and they don't care, or they're like super bored and they do care. They're like, oh, it's really slow. Thanks for talking to me. Monique says, I was telling him the story when that pic was shot. You can see the look on his face. He was intrigued. Intrigued and probably like, why didn't I think of that? Quinch says, I watched the first episode of the 3-part Batman the Animated Series arc, Shadow of the Bat, where Batgirl makes her debut in the series. Last night, that is, Quinch says. Parts 2 and 3 tonight. Didn't time it that way, just happened to be where I am in the series rewatch. Oh, cool, man. What is that on HBO Max? Do they have, since they're Warner Brothers, do they have all the episodes on there now? I might have to go back and rewatch those. It's been so long since I've seen some of those. It's definitely time. Monique's like, he was smiling. I think I got a kick out of it. When he says, hey, Quench, I really to watch those. I saw so few of them live, but on the Blu-ray box set. Oh, cool. I think I definitely saw the first few seasons. Like, I think those were on Sunday nights. Is that right? When that first came out? Like, I'm pretty sure. That seems to ring a bell. At least the first season. Quinch says, yes, it's on HBO Max. Yeah. I thought so. Oh, Whitney says, want. Well, now this is already a commission, Whitney. But, you know, we could definitely, I could do some other character or some other variation for you or something. I'm not going to get too crazy with shading and detail here, but just trying to put just a little bit, just to make it a little more interesting. When he says, no, I want to watch Batman animated series. Yeah, of course. How could you not? You can't go wrong. Bruce Timm, Paul Dini. Quench says, go crazy all you want. Quench says, I think it was back when they had the daily cartoons, Monday through Friday. Season 1 is over 60 episodes. Did they do specials on Sunday nights or something? I could have swore when Batman the Animated Series first came out on Fox that it was like Sunday nights only. Like Sunday primetime, like actually right before primetime, like 6:30 or something like that. And then it was a hit, and then yeah, it went to the daily cartoon. But I could be wrong. I could be misremembering that. Well, I've got you guys. No updates on Tiki mugs this week, but I do have a couple of different concepts going for some Mai Tai glasses. So I think in the weeks to come, we'll get to those. I've been just swamped with the Smithsonian stuff, so I haven't done it. But I've got a couple of good ideas, so we'll get to that. Join me Thursday for regular live drawing Thursday afternoon. I'm going to be doing either a special Boba Fett or a special Obi-Wan this week. So whichever one we don't do this week, we'll do the following week. Catherine Reed, Hydrate, cheers to you. Whitney says, I worked after school every day, so I missed most of those cartoons. Had to choose what to record on the old VHS deck. I saw some company is selling VHS and DVD players under the like RAD name or something like Rad Deck or something like that. And I was like, they're gonna make a killing off of those, I'm sure. Quinch says season 1 was 65 episodes that ran from September 6th, 1992 to September 17th, 1993. Season 2 was only 20 episodes that ran from May 2nd, 1994 to September 15th, 1995. I wonder if did they have some like specials before the main season? Man, I don't know. Again, I could be misremembering. Tomcat says September 6th, 92 was a Sunday. Oh, well. So maybe they were Sundays and Monday through Friday? I don't know, guys. Interesting. Wait. September 92 through September 93, 65 episodes. Well, there's 50-something weeks in the year, so it would seem that it would be like once a week. Quinch says, according to Wikipedia, Batman the Animated Series premiered on Fox and aired weekday afternoons at 4:30. Just 3 months after its debut, Fox also began airing episodes of the series primetime Sunday evenings. I knew I remembered it was on Sunday evenings. However, the TV ratings fell short. Okay, well, there you go. At least I remembered it was on Sunday evenings. Monique says, hey, Brian, I'll send you some spring pretties from my yard. Oh, well, let's check out this photo from Monique. Oh, wow, that's great. Beautiful. We have some sort of vine that grows in our backyard on the walls, and it's got all these yellow blossoms on it right now that are really beautiful, but I don't know what kind of vine it is. So it's nice to see your beautiful flowers, though, too. Well, guys, I feel like I'll probably bust out the color pencils and do a few touch-ups on this before I give it to you, Quinch, but I think we got this roughed in pretty good. It was really fun. It's got kind of like an Archie cartoon vibe to it. It was kind of neat. Monique's like, I always love daffodils. Me too. I don't know that much about flowers, but I find that having them around enhances my well-being, so I like flowers. We had so many cheers and stuff earlier. Let's take 30 seconds and run the credits, and that'll give Quinch Press some time to look at some rates. Quinch says, I dig her. Oh, thank you, Quinch. That means so much. I really, it was a different idea, and I didn't know how you would respond, but I wanted to do something kind of fun and cute tonight. Quinch redeemed to hydrate. Cheers. Whitney says it looks good. Thank you so much, Whitney. Let's run the credits. We'll come right back. Okay, guys, like, what kind of BS was that? That was, man, that was pretty lame, right? Like, those credits just, like, scrolled by so fast that it was, like, not cool. So, I'm going to see if we can redo them. I don't know what happened here. Let's... Whitney says, new credits. Well, no, they're old credits that seem to be running way too fast. Let's see what we could get going here. We'll try it again. Okay, here's some that you might be able to read. I love the Star Wars style ones, but you just can't see them. They go by too quick. So hold on, we'll try it again. Not cool, Streamlabs. Not cool. So what you're seeing on the screen is not what I'm seeing on the, I'm seeing the regular credits roll, and it's not giving to you guys on the stream, which is a bummer because we have really good credits tonight. So let me just give you guys like verbal shout outs here. How about this? So thank you, Quinch, Bex, and Catherine, for your subscriptions and resubscriptions. Thank you to Catherine, Tomcat, and Whitney for cheers and your bits. Really appreciate that. Thank you to Quinch for being our mod, and thanks again everybody for following and subscribing. We really appreciate you guys. So there's our verbal credits for tonight. Quinch says, do we have time for a Gilligan? Yeah, if you want to, we can do that. When he's like, can I get my bits back? When he says, didn't they used to be bigger? Yeah, I have. So I have two things side by side, and I'm seeing like the real credits that we normally see, but that's not what Streamlabs is feeding you guys. I don't know why. So I tried to change it, but it didn't update, so I don't know what's up with that. Catherine's like, that's what she said to Monique. Didn't it used to be bigger? Quinch says, Hula Batgirl feels like she needs some Gilligan. Yeah, throw the link in there. We'll do that. Give me a little time for a little me. Gilligan good. Okay. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Okay. Let's see if we can. Commercial time.
Is it because they're the most comfortable socks ever? Yeah, but it's also because when you buy a pair,
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship set ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne. They're here. They're here on Gilligan's Island. Boom! We did it. We did it, Gilligan's Island. Quinch Press is like, meep meep. Meep meep. Like Roadrunner. Meep meep. All right, Quinch, what you got for us for raids tonight, buddy? While he's getting that ready, let's remind everybody, Thursday, live drawing stream. Oh, thank you, Tomcat, for the 1 bit. Woo! Thank you. So Thursday, live stream. And then Saturday, 6:30 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. Arizona time. I was trying to say 6:30 Arizona time. Live Tiki Tuesday weekend edition. I guess that's what we're calling it. Maybe we'll come up with a better name, but it's a weekend tiki party with Quinch Press live here at Casa Tiki. And we'll be doing cocktails and recipes and just having a good time. So do not miss it. Join us then. We've got two choices here from Quinch Press. Let me see what I can get going here. Ross Draws. Ross Draws has 520 people watching his stream right now. Holy balls. That's like my wet dream for a stream. I mean, no, my wet dream is just like 100 people. 520 people. That's insane. All right, we'll do that raid for sure. So guys, get your likes, get your emotes, get ready, get your cheers ready. That's funny, Quinch. And so thanks for joining me tonight. Stay on target, and I will see you guys next time.